All right. So it is. It's that time of year, the last
Yeah.
fucking card of the year, and it's actually
That's
been
right.
an amazing year for UFC. People
Yeah.
talking about, this year having been filled with shit cards. Like, take those UFC cards away, and like, what do you got left? PFL, like,
Or baseball.
baseball. Yeah.
What else people watch? So you watch soccer.
Yeah, soccer. It's been a good year for soccer, but no one really cares about that on here. I mean, some people
Right.
do. I do. Sometimes I'll go live and talk about soccer, but fucking UFC Tampa.
Yeah, it's pretty good fight night, right? Or decent.
It's actually so this card basically has some of the fucking most annoyingly fucking difficult fights to predict, and it was, I'll be honest, it was a fucking huge pain in the ass. There's one fight that I'm still like, I mean, I know who I'm taking, but I'm furious at how like there's no amount of research that could be done that like, oh my god. But round robin locks are definite, so there's that.
Yeah, what about?
But also,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that fucking Marlboro Reds, me and Carlos Prates. But yeah,
they're
no,
good for your punching power.
yeah. Or if you want to knock somebody out with a body kick,
Yeah.
smoke up Johnny. Fucking anyway. So yeah, there's fucking yeah. It's a really good card. I think Mackenzie Dern and Amanda Ribas not being on it really changes nothing. Yeah. So fucking let's go.
Okay, so who do you got for Josefine Knutsson or Piera Rodriguez?
So honestly, so Josephine Knutsson is who I'm taking. She's undefeated 8-0. She's had what, 3 UFC fights I think, and basically I mean, she was on UAE Warriors, which as a promotion is starting to turn out more and more like fucking world class fighters, or world class as far as coming into the UFC and not getting fucking knocked out and losing her 3-fight contract, right? So she's on the Contender Series, dominant fucking victory. She's a pretty good striker, and she's like, I mean, her overall fucking, just overall as a mixed martial artist, she's just far more talented. Piera Rodriguez did get she was winning her last fight before she fucking in my opinion accidentally, but in the opinion of the fucking judges, she I think actually she did it twice, so fucking maybe she did it on purpose. She headbutted her fucking opponent, got disqualified. She was winning that fight. Second round DQ loss. She did get subbed before that by Jillian Robertson. She beat Sam Hughes by split decision, or by unanimous decision actually, but that was a close enough fight. I think Josephine Knutson's fucking just levels above her in every way. She's gonna probably go to a fucking 30-27 decision. So, not the most spectacular opening fight, but it's Knutson for sure.
What about Davey Grant or Ramon Taveras?
Oh my god, this fight. See, this is one of like fucking half the goddamn card where it's just like, fuck me. Like, alright, so look, Davey Grant, right? Davey Grant's been robbed in a few split decisions, like, be honest, right? I don't feel he was robbed in his last fight against Marcos. A lot of people fucking do. Adrian Yanez stole a fucking fight from Davey Grant, and Davey Grant is, he's one of those guys in his late 30s. He's a tough motherfucker. Like, his jiu-jitsu is solid. He's got a fucking he's got knockout power. Ramon Taveras had this whole fucking rivalry with Sergey City. I felt he fucking stole a split decision win in a rematch. Their first fight was on the Contender Series, and he got knocked out. He has been knocked out regionally too, which really pisses me off because I don't like I'm not, his defense doesn't impress me very much. And Grant could catch him, but I feel like he has a speed edge on Grant. His fucking grappling is probably, thus far non-existent, to be honest. Like, literally, he hasn't grappled in any of his goddamn fights. I've watched all but one. So, that's 11 fucking fights I watched just on one side of this fucking... So goddamn it, man. And so I'm gonna take fucking Taveras. I'm taking Taveras. I think that he's missed weight too. And if he misses weight, fuck it. He basically, he looked good enough against Sergey City. I thought City won, but then City just fucking fought on the Edmonton card and got a unanimous decision robbery. And I had him, so it's like, fuck. Like, I had Don beating Volkov. I was right, but was I right? Like, fuck me. Like, no, I'm taking Taveras though, for sure.
What about Miranda Maverick or Jamie-Lyn Horth?
All right, this one's easy. And the reason that this one's easy is because Jamie-Lyn Horth is another one who has fucking, in my opinion, been on the receiving end of a stolen win. Actually, you know what though? Before that, she got robbed against. It sounds fucking annoying as fuck, I'm sure, to hear me just be like, this person was robbed and that person was robbed, but literally, like, just the first,
A lot of these women's fights are something really close, it's hard to...
Yeah, word. And Davey Grant really did get robbed against Giannis. But anyway, so yeah, dude, Horth.
So Maverick, right?
Yeah, I'm going with Maverick. Jamie-Lyn Horth, she's tall. She's tall even for a flyweight at 5'7", 66-inch reach. Miranda Maverick's 5'3" with only a half-inch reach disadvantage, and she's a far better striker. Like,
yeah, and she's better grappling too, right?
Yes, she's a better grappler. She's got a submission win over what the fuck's her name? Priscilla Cachoeira.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. The steam. We just pulled up a picture of Priscilla Cachoeira, the fucking steam shovel jaw, on fucking.
That's a good win.
yeah. Word. Fucking yeah. That's the fucking. So Miranda Maverick has a W over an actual man in the UFC, which is, for me, just speaks volumes. Her only loss in the UFC, I think, is to Jasmine. No, fuck me.
That girl's really good, huh, Jasmine?
Yeah, Jasmine. Yes, so she's lost to Jasmine
and Aaron Blanchfield.
And a split, took Macy Barber to a split decision, which wasn't a robbery. But it was super competitive. She beat Jillian Robertson. She's got a fucking resume that speaks for itself. She's honestly, I'll go so far as to say Miranda Maverick is one of the only female locks of this entire goddamn year.
That's tough, with the female. But all right. So what about Miles Johns or Felipe Lima?
Okay, so this fight I originally thought was gonna be, one of the goddamn irritating ones. Then I took a closer look. So Miles Johns, I've had him twice, his last two fights, and he did what I needed him to do. However, he is fighting up a weight class. He's fighting up a weight class against a fucking grappler who, in his goddamn debut, Felipe Lima we're talking about. In his debut, he subbed out Muhammad Naimov, and that's a fucking very impressive win. It's a very impressive win. That was that on the fucking yeah, it was on the Whitaker Liskarov card. Yeah. That was a crazy fucking yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I had Naimov for that fight. Yeah, Lima looked very good. I mean, he's fast, really fast as a featherweight. Miles Johns also has been submitted, and he was submitted by Castaneda, who we'll get to him later because Daniel Marcos fought him last. But word, sorry, fucking neighbor.
He's alright.
Not really, but yeah.
A nice lighter.
Yeah, word.
Okay, so you're
I
picking.
start saying word so much. I'm taking Felipe.
It's just a filler word, like or.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. For everybody, unlike the fucking gay ass impression.
Most people do that when they talk to them. So.
I mean, yeah, but
I don't know what.
You try telling that to all the.
Something. So you're going with Lima?
Yeah, I'm going with Lima.
All right. What about Sean Woodson or Fernando Padilla?
I think it's pronounced Padilla, my friend.
Padilla? Yeah, it probably is Padilla. He's Mexican? Yeah, it's Padilla.
Yeah, you know that. You got a little Mexican in you, so.
A little bit.
Yeah. Alright, so fucking Sean Woodson versus Fernando Padilla. Padilla in his last fight looked amazing, honestly. His last fight, his opponent was a boxer. His opponent was I believe, Luis Padilla, how the fuck you say it, from
Puello?
Puello, yeah, from Peru. He so Fernando Padilla is fighting. He debuted in the UFC, right? On the Rivas Namajunas card, which was one of those cards that people like fucking roll their eyes at, but had some fucking very decent prelims, and including that fight. So Fernando Padilla, right, against a shorter opponent, right, he'll do essentially what Sean Strickland did to Paulo Costa, and just sort of like march forward with front kicks, but he'll do damage instead of using forward pressure. And then after hurting this dude like to the body enough, the dude came forward swinging, basically headhunting, and Padilla caught him in a standing guillotine, and fucking, it was very impressive, actually. Sean Woodson, I don't see that happening to. First of all, Sean Woodson is an inch taller, so you got two of the tallest fucking featherweights in the division. Woodson's 6'2". He looks like a fucking bush baby. He's the weirdest looking person I've probably ever seen. At least in the fucking octagon. And I mean, I remember seeing Sean Woodson. I think it was he's fought twice this year. He fought on the fucking Sean Strickland robbery in January, and he beat Charles Jourdain by split decision. Do you remember Charles Jourdain thought they
raised. No, Bruce Buffer thought they said Charles Jourdain.
Oh yeah, Buffer. Yeah, Buffer fucking said the wrong name. There's a huge fuck up, giant blemish on the fucking.
It was a split.
Yeah, it was.
Close.
Yeah, but still, Bruce Buffer fucked up so hard. I'm joking. I don't give a shit. But
rare mistake for Buffer.
Anyway, fucking.
So you got Woodson?
I do have Woodson. He beat Alex Caceres fairly decisively on the St. Louis card, right? Louis Nascimento, and he's beaten Dennis Bazooka. The Saldana fight was weird. It was, that's the only fight. I mean, they called it a draw. Saldana had him, but it's 2 years ago. His striking is very good. He's good at avoiding being taken to the ground. He's good at avoiding having things become a grappling match, which I mean, Padilla's ground game I have seen. I had to fucking go back a bit for some regional shit. Like, what else is new,
Okay, so
I'm in this for the fucking long haul. So, anyway, so I am taking Sean Woodson. That's gonna be a great fight.
Okay, what about Joel Alvarez or Drakkar Klose?
Joel Alvarez for sure, and let me tell you why.
Right.
So Drakkar Klose is a great fighter, right? 5'9", fucking solid fucking lightweight. That slam KO against Selecki was fucking devastating. But he
4 in a row. That's pretty good.
he is on with 2 finishes. That's right. His last win over Joaquin Silva was okay. But Joel Alvarez is something different. He knows how to be a fucking 6'3" lightweight. The Elvis Brenner fight.
That's a good win.
I had him beating Elvis Brenner, and he finished Elvis Brenner, who had never been finished before. And his
He also beat Thiago Moises. That's a good win.
yes, he beat Thiago Moises, and he beat him badly. He beat him very badly. Ludovic Klein, who, didn't have the most impressive last fight, but has otherwise been, just
Pretty good. He's a pretty good lightweight.
Executioner, yeah. He basically, he couldn't finish Moises,
Was Moises the guy that beat Makhachev?
No, I don't think so. Let me see. Actually, maybe. No. No, he did submit Michael Johnson.
Oh, he
We'll get to that
lost to
fight in
Makhachev,
a second. Thiago Moises, knocked out by Benoit Saint Denis. Ludovic Klein took him to a split decision. Joel Alvarez, he finished him in 1 round. He's very, very slick submission win over Mark Diakese, Diakese, how the fuck you say it. The Elvis Brenner fight was insane. Alvarez is one of those fighters, I think, that gets, just continues to improve with each fight. Drakkar Klose is a fucking tough opponent. Very tough opponent. I think Joel Alvarez, he understands how to be that tall. He's got a 7-inch reach advantage, right? 6'3" on 5'9". He knows how to deal with that. Honestly, I mean, his striking is complete power. He knows, like, his kicks to the body are devastating. He knows how to keep distance. I think that fight, honestly, is a lock.
Okay. What about Michael Johnson or Ottman Azaitar?
This is the most annoying fucking fight to pick. I mean, it's gonna be a good fight, but so I've gone back and forth on this fight because Ottman Azaitar, right? He's part of that whole fucking crew of like British fucking, or Moroccan British fucking hooligans. One of them fucking kidnapped somebody, I think, or pistol whipped somebody. I don't fucking remember. But so, he came into the UFC as like the fucking, this is that dude who's, part of some
They're just
fucking
model immigrant citizens and
yeah, exactly. Yeah. The UK is you guys are very you have an interesting immigration situation over there. But anyway, Ottman, by the way, I said Ottman.
Ottman.
Yeah, so he's 2-2 in the UFC. He came in hot, first round knockout. Another first round knockout, then got knocked out, and then again got knocked out. So he's 2-2, all first round knockouts, 2 wins and 2 losses, right? He was undefeated until he got chinned for the first time by Matt Frivola, and Frivola halfway into the first round, fucking trying to remember. I'm trying to see that fight in my head because the goddamn amount of shit that I watched trying to figure this fight out is fucking staggering. But Francisco Prado, also, I think, Azaitar, I mean, once you get knocked out a certain way, like, your chin just isn't the same. I mean, you saw with fucking Volkanovski, although, he might deserve his day in court with a fucking full training camp. But anyway,
what do you got in this one?
alright, just just so you know, fucking, but Michael Johnson rather, he's it's hard to watch a Michael Johnson fight, honestly. Against Darius Flowers, who he did beat by I believe 30-27. It was that Darius Flowers was shit. Dude, Darius Flowers was ass, right? And he was subsequently cut from the UFC. Watching that fight, I was fucking had a knot in my chest the whole time because Johnson exposes himself. Yeah, and it happened 2 fights back against Diego Ferreira.
But he's pretty good, right?
Yeah, but like I mean,
oh no, not right.
He also beat Mark Diakese by decision. Fairly, or well, no, that was 2 years ago. He lost.
Padilla is pretty good.
He is good. He
beat Matej Rebecki.
He did.
Recently.
Yeah, Drakkar Klose beat him too, but I don't know if Rebecca's that good, to be honest. I mean,
puts on good fights, so that's for sure.
Yeah, win or lose, for sure. Josh Emmett, a while back, knocked out Michael Johnson.
So why is Michael Johnson gonna win?
Yeah, that's the question, right? I think that does Johnson have knockout power is the real question, because Azaitar, I don't know what Azaitar really looks like past the first round, these days, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's like, does Michael Johnson have the capacity to knock this dude out in the first round? If not, how does shit go? Azaitar fights explosively, in a kind of, just fucking kill or be killed type of striking way. Johnson's older, I mean, he's 38, Azaitar is 34. Those 4 years at that age can and do make a difference. It's I had Azaitar, but I think Michael Johnson is gonna be smart enough to avoid just getting fucking just brutally knocked out in the first round. I think Johnson's wrestling beats Azaitar. And
no, it's gonna be a striking fight probably.
Well, yeah, but unless Michael Johnson can dictate, where it goes. And I think he will. I think if he clocks Azaitar for being a.
So if Azaitar lands something on Johnson, he'll take him down. Is that what you're saying?
Well, he could knock him. He could knock him down. I don't think he's gonna land. I think Johnson's too smart. He compensates for his age with fight IQ. I think Johnson has it. That's a fucking very goddamn it.
Okay, what about Navajo Sterling or Tuco Tokos?
All right, this one's fucking easy, kids. Navajo Sterling is going to win. He's going to win. Probably. Is he gonna finish? Yeah, he's gonna finish. Tuco Tokos, a Greek man, obviously Greek, fighting out of the UK. And Navajo Sterling is doesn't he train with is he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, New Zealand. He's like kind of like Kai Kara France, a foot taller, light heavyweight, just in.
He's got a lot of power.
Yeah, he does have a lot of power. No, he's not like Kai Kara France. He's I just said
Kai Kara France.
I just said
power
that
for a flyweight.
Yeah, I mean Kai Kara France as of his last fight, which by the way he deserves a fucking title shot. Sorry.
Yeah. So
Sterling, yes, on the fucking Contender Series. God damn, he looked good. And his I had to VPN my way into his regional fucking career. And he was 4-0 going into the Contender Series. He won a fucking belt at a couple of obscure promotions. Shuriken Fight Series and Hex Fight Series is getting bigger. But anyway, yeah, he's all finishes except for his first fight, which was a unanimous decision. He's gonna come into the the fucking light heavyweight division. Jesus, fuck me. And he's he's gonna debut very well, as did Umar C against Tuco Tokos, who's had one UFC fight and got fucking submitted in the first round by Umar C, who went on to have a less impressive second fight that he still won.
Okay.
Navajo Sterling's a lock, for sure.
What about Adrian Yanez or Daniel Marcos?
Okay, so... What? I needed fire, bro.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Daniel Marcos. Daniel Marcos is... I feel... is slept on a bit. I think Adrian Yanez is vastly overrated. That I'm speaking in general, but Daniel Marcos against John Castaneda. That fight was very, very good. It was very competitive. Castaneda looked way better than I expected him to, and Marcos had him. Marcos adjusts very well inside of a fight in real time.
Yeah.
And you know, and he can grapple. He's deceptively strong actually for his build. You know, he's 5'7", very sort of spindly looking bantamweight. He has a lot of hidden strength. He's got knockout power. But you know, that being said, it's going to be probably a competitive fight. You know, I think it goes to decision. Adrian Yanez, Adrian Yanez is going to look for a KO, which he's not going to get. You know, Marcos is 16-0. He's undefeated. You know, and Marcos has fought, you know, Castaneda is a tough opponent. Marcos did beat Davey Grant, another fucking tough opponent, by split decision. You know, there's a round in that fight that's open to interpretation, but, you know, like, objectively speaking, I thought he won. But yeah, he's just better. He's just better than Adrian Yanez. I mean, you know, I think he takes it.
What about Vitor Petrino or Dustin Jacoby?
You know, thinking about locks, right? You know, Vitor Petrino, undefeated going into his last fight.
Yeah, he just couldn't handle the great Anthony Smith.
The man fed his neck. He fed his neck to Anthony Smith in a manner in which was just...
he just wasn't ready for that level of competition, you know?
It made... On a card I would have swept otherwise, too. Fucking piece of shit. Yeah, he had Anthony Smith cowering as Anthony Smith tends to cower, be it in front of his entire family, as we saw last Saturday, or, you know, just an entire arena of fucking people in Brazil against Petrino. With fucking 4 shots, like, to Anthony Smith's timid fucking guard, he had Smith cowering back to the cage. And then, for seemingly fucking no reason, except, you know, perhaps to try to follow Caio Borralho and Michel Pereira, you know, and get a fucking spectacle-ass fucking, you know, performance bonus, he goes for a fucking double leg, right? Tries to take Anthony Smith down, when instead of just continuing to rain down fucking cinder block fists on him and finishing him in the first round, which he could have easily done.
Yeah.
I think what that displays is a fucking gaping hole in fight IQ, which I'm sure, you know, if his Brazilian coaches didn't fucking pistol whip him for that shit afterwards, like, I don't know what the fuck, you know. But anyway, Dustin Jacoby,
he's a pretty good fighter, man, but he just doesn't have a lot of power or a good, he seems to be winning a lot of these fights, and then he just gets knocked out.
I agree completely. I think Dustin Jacoby, I think he made it through a fight against Alonzo Menefield.
He was beating Menefield, but Menefield just landed way heavier shots.
He landed way heavier shots. Dustin Jacoby gets cracked, he fucking can't take it. I mean, dude,
Menefield's a huge dude.
I mean, he gets cracked by... Menefield's not Dominic Reyes, though. That's what I'm saying. I mean, Menefield...
Yeah, but I bet he hits pretty hard.
definitely does. I mean, we saw Jacoby get
Do
fucking
you think
wobbled.
Petrino has that kind of power?
I do. I
So
do.
you think Petrino's going to win?
I do think Pacino's gonna win, and I think Pacino's a lock because I think Dustin Jacoby, though his his experience kind of speaks volume.
He'll get caught eventually.
He will get caught eventually.
He might win the first round, win something like that, and then get put.
I don't think so, honestly, because because Vitor Petrino can grapple. He submitted Marcin Prachnio. He knocked out Bukauskas, who beat Prachnio. Had that.
Okay, so you got Petrino.
I think Petrino is embarrassed by his loss to Anthony Smith. I think he's gonna fuck up Dustin Jacoby.
What about Manel Kape or Bruno Silva?
So this fight, this was one where I fucking dug through goddamn footage of regional shit, especially on Kape's end. What I see with Kape is decline, to be honest. His the days where he was finishing Kai Asakura and Ryzen, he just ain't the same guy, you know what I mean? He kept, in his first UFC fight, he kept it competitive with Pantoja. The split decision loss to Nicolau was whatever, and then he back-to-back knockouts. Then the Felipe dos Santos fight at the end of last year.
Wasn't a great
where
performance.
he was just a step ahead of Felipe dos Santos. So everyone's looking at this kid Felipe dos Santos, short notice, his first UFC fight. He went the distance with Manel Kape. Then dos Santos goes on to win a robbery split decision on a fucking Mexico card, and then Andre Lima, basically sodomized them. No, he did not actually sodomize him. He just, he just fucking took him to the ground and fraud checked him hard.
Yeah.
And so that win, very, very hard fought win on Kape's end, doesn't age well. I'm not gonna say that the dude's last fight is fucking, seals it for him. However,
that was a really bad performance. That fight was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, well, are you talking about Makayev? Because that was just that was his last fight. That fight was terrible on both ends. I mean, no need to get into, why Muhammad Makayev's a fucking dumb, unself-aware rather fuck who, don't need to get into him calling for a title shot with an entire crowd, not a single one of which was on his side, and then the behind-the-scenes shit that came out about him screaming at nutritionists and fucking trying to blackmail people.
I hope they bring him back, though, because they need somebody in the flyweight division.
What do you mean?
The flyweight needs a new contender.
Kai France, dude.
Yeah, Pantoja already beat him.
Did he?
Yeah, on the Contender Series.
True. It's not the same guy, though, dude. It's not the same guy that was...
So after he beats him, Makayev won another fight. Whatever.
No.
I hope Makayev gets another chance.
Who's he signed with now? PFL?
No, he's with... The PFL only goes down to featherweight.
Oh, sure, yeah, fuck
So
me.
he's with, some... He's not even with
stupid.
one or some obscure...
No, it wasn't one, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Makayev will be back or he won't.
Are you taking Bruno Silva?
I'm taking Bruno Silva. Now, a little bit about Bruno Silva quickly. Sorry, it's my friend, he's early to bed, early to rise type of guy.
I'm just trying to help you, make sure this doesn't go on too long,
Yeah, that really is, an important thing. I can, if any of you are ever in my live stream, that I can fucking just talk.
Yeah, you can you can do a 10-hour prediction video.
Yeah, which nobody would fucking watch.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, not even fucking, some hardcore ass fucking Joe Rogan types or whatever. Actually, Joe Rogan's not that in touch with shit these days.
I don't think Joe Rogan gives a fuck about this card, dude.
Well,
he probably cares about You might care about this fight, Kape versus Silva.
Yeah, this fight. So Bruno Silva, flyweight Bruno Silva, not bitch-made middleweight Bruno Silva. Who, I mean, you know,
that guy's not bitch-made. He had a good fight with Piera.
Did he though? He did actually. He did. And then something happened where he just fucking turned into
He got
soy
KO'd by Mearshart.
Yes, he did. He did get KO'd by Mearshart. And you know what? You know, like, I mean, the dude was blinded by Chris Weidman, who I picked to lose. Picked fucking Eric Anders. No one fucking had it for Anders but me on fucking last Saturday's card. Anyway.
But so you're picking Silva
flyweight. Yes, yeah. You know, I try not to look at betting lines, honestly. You know, until I've fucking made my prediction. Like, you know, as much as I'd like to think, you know, I'm impervious to the fucking what the numbers do to your fucking mind. You know, this whatever the fucking odds makers are thinking. You know, you got Bruno Silva. You know, he's got, you know, he entered the UFC somewhat unimpressively. You know, a fucking no contest for his first fight, 2 decision losses over Dvorak, who Manel Kape did beat by decision. I mean, Dvorak's not a bad opponent, and then Tajir, who's fucking, you know, maybe a future contender. Flyweight, not terrible people to lose to. JP Buys, he knocked out. Not the most impressive. Victor Rodriguez, you know, first round knockout, 1 minute. Bruno Silva's getting better, right? The Tyson Nam submission was very good. You know, the dude's 5'4". He can grapple. He's you know, solid, strong, fucking low center of gravity. Knows how to be that size and fuck people up in the division. And just like my boy Joshua Van, who I also had beating Cody Durden, Bruno Silva got into the rankings stepping on Cody Durden like a staircase. With a second round knockout. And, you know, the dude fights fucking... Is he going to knock Manel Kape out necessarily? Not necessarily. He could do it. He definitely could do it. Kape has a 3-inch reach advantage. He's a fucking inch taller. I don't think that matters. I think that Silva's just got better. He's got better grappling. I think he's even the better striker. So, I'm taking Bruno Silva to beat Manel Kape.
Okay, what about Swanson or Bailey Quarantillo?
So this fight's annoying too.
41 years old, Cub Swanson.
He is 41 years old. That Andre Fili fight on UFC 303.
Wasn't that a robbery?
No, I don't think it was a robbery, although it was. Andre Fili made me fucking nervous. I swept that card. I've never said that before. For those of you that didn't know. No, I did. I really did sweep UFC 303. Really, for real. Fucking. No, but Andre Fili didn't make it fucking easy. You know what I'm saying? Like against Swanson, and I think honestly though, would you lose?
Don't worry about it. Just dropped the bottle.
Oh, what the fuck? Don't worry about it, dude. Jesus.
Yeah.
So all right. So basically, you know, Jonathan Martinez knocked out Cub Swanson, and Martinez is a great fighter. Giga Chikadze, he's lost to some very good opponents. He knocked out Darren Elkins 3 years ago. Darren Elkins, you know, he went to a fucking decision against Crone Gracie back in 2019. Dude's been submitted by Marcano. Back when Marcano was a featherweight too.
Frank Edgar, Brian Ortega.
Yeah. He's Max
he's lost. Holloway.
Yeah, he's lost to some great opponents. Submitted by Max Holloway, submitted by Frankie Edgar, and then beaten again by Frankie Edgar 4 years later by decision. He knocked out Daniel Pineda. You know,
these fights are all so long ago. I don't know.
They are. Well, I mean, so you say that, but who was it that fucking on 307 that got his first submission in 14 fucking years against Tim Means. Fucking asshole fucked me.
I don't remember.
God damn it, I can't remember his name.
Anyway, who's gonna win this fight?
I think honestly, as much as Billy Quarantillo can be a fucking shit fighter like a lot of time, and when I say that, you know what I mean is, I mean the use of Zalal loss is nothing to be ashamed of. Zalal's a beast, headed straight for the fucking rankings, right? He beat them on, or Damon Jackson rather. Am I correct about that? Yes, he beat Damon Jackson. Damon Jackson, I feel I've always felt was a little bit underrated, although Jim Miller did a fucking job on him in his last fight. Now Billy Quarantillo, he knocked out Alexander Hernandez. I fucking hate Alexander Hernandez. I honestly just don't like his fucking face. That and you know the way he fights and a bunch of shit, right? You know, Quarantillo, when Edson Barbosa knocked him out, bro, he can step into situations. He really can, you know, he can basically gift a win to opponents. But I still think that, see, I think he can knock Swanson out. You know, I think he strikes a lot, and he comes out hot a lot of the time. I mean, he has a chance of catching Swanson in the first fucking round. But I think he's gonna land more strikes. I think it goes to decision. If it goes to decision, it will be, you know, it'll just be an outstriking situation. But yeah, I have to take Quarantillo. Okay. Something I never thought I would say, but
what about Covington or Buckley? This is a good
main event.
Yeah.
Main event. So, Rough Justice is a phenomenon that I've talked about before. You know,
so
in reference,
is Colby gonna get his justice for putting on a stinker of a fight last year? Edwards.
Colby Covington deserves what he's going to get.
Yeah, he did used to be a beast though a few years back, so he get
against who?
Robbie Lawler.
Yeah.
Tyron Woodley.
This
is a long time ago.
What a resume on Colby.
Colby used to be a beast, but he's washed up. It seems like he looked washed up in his last fight.
Yes, he did. See, I disagree with my friend on one thing. I don't think Colby used to be a beast. I don't think so. However, you know,
he used to be good.
I mean, so anyway,
he did good against Masvidal. That was pretty.
That made. I mean, that was a fucking wrestle, fucking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he does. So he puts a pace on people.
What Colby Covington, you know, at best, you know, if I'm gonna give him like, you know, say that he's noteworthy for something, it's, you know, using strikes to set up takedowns, basically. I mean, which like
his cardio and his pace is good.
Yeah,
and it wasn't good against Edwards.
I mean, he didn't have a cardio problem against Edwards. He just fucking.
Well, he didn't put a pace on him though.
No, he didn't do shit. Leon Edwards was on him like a fucking Klieg light, like the whole fucking.
No, that was just garbage on both ends, in my opinion.
I mean, honestly, that was before we knew.
But I guess Edwards always just did barely enough to win.
No, I don't. See, I don't agree with that. I just think his fight IQ is like non-existent. He needs Leon Edwards he needs basically an earpiece, you know, with his even the fucking Kamaru head kick was like, you know, it's
Belal fucked him up, huh?
Yeah, he did. But the Kamaru head kick, right?
I think Belal's gonna beat Shavkat.
Never happened. Never happened. But anyway, so fucking yeah, no, but Belal did expose something about Leon.
Don't want to say.
He did fucking. I mean, he did spike Leon Edwards almost into the ground, which was which was great. But anyway, just Leon Edwards, bro. You go back. What was exposed against Belal basically was that he had no ability to adjust, during fights. He didn't plan for Belal to have any kind of striking, like he did. And he had nothing for him. And so you go back, you watch even the fucking Kamaru head kick, the once historic fucking, fight. And you can hear the dude's corny, Leon, step back. And so basically, And you know, Colby, yeah, the 5th round against Leon, you know, he's on top of him. He said some stupid shit at the end.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, you know, who's, you know, his...
Yeah, and the crowd was booing him. It was a fucking
crowd was
disgrace.
booing him. Donald Trump was out before the fucking end of the fight because he was such ass that it was clear Donald Trump wanted no part of fucking...
So now he's going to get KO'd by Buckley.
And now, as Dominic Reyes... issued rough justice to Anthony Smith last Saturday. I believe that as, you know, citizens, we have justice in our hearts, and we know that that Joaquin Buckley is who we're voting for. I'll say to issue rough justice to Colby Covington.
Yeah, Buckley has looked really good lately.
Buckley has looked amazing since coming down to welterweight. He, you know, I had him to beat Luque. He was an underdog. Everyone kept telling me, well, but what about Luque's tight guard? Fucking, I don't know, Jeff Neal got through it, you know, pretty easy, you know.
Buckley's gonna win. He's too big and strong, fast,
but
young.
Yes,
not
young,
washed up.
But yeah, and I was just gonna say, in the narrative of Joaquin Buckley, the Ruzaboa of somebody who should never go down to fucking 170 again. At 6'5" middleweight, it's fucking tall. Like, you know, I think that Ruzaboa lost a lot of power. But Joaquin Buckley still looked impressive in that fight against fucking Stephen Thompson though. Who everyone goes, oh, he's 40, he's 41, whatever. Bro, fucking Stephen Thompson is a fucking, you know, he's a Glover Teixeira 41, not a Tony Ferguson 41.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
And Buckley looked really good. He smashed him.
He picked up Stephen Thompson and suplexed him, if you will. Yeah. So
he's not gonna be so. It doesn't look like Colby will be able to just.
Colby will not.
Grapple him.
Colby's fucked. What is he?
Buckley will be able to get back up,
but
or maybe even.
I don't even think. I think Buckley stuffs takedowns and fucking just overwhelms him with strikes. I think he finishes him KO.
All right.
Probably second or third round at the most.
Okay, so you got Buckley. All right.
Yeah, and you know, for the last card of the year, you know, it's you know, I'd like to have, well, I was gonna say I'd like to have more certainty, but you know, I do have certainty on my locks. You know, my betting advice video will follow this one, so, you know, certainty on my locks basically means, you know, round robin parlays. You know, if you follow my betting advice video, you will at the very least break even plus money. That's happened for everyone who has followed any of my betting advice videos since I've had my channel. Started with the UFC 307, every fucking card, including fight nights. So not only picking pay-per-view fights, like, you know, certain fucking certain Lucas Tracy-esque channels, fucking bitch made fucking bullshit casual fucks.
Whoa.
Yeah, with that, I guess Merry Christmas, or
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, last fucking card of the year. Let's go.
All
right. Joaquin Buckley, rough justice.
All right.
Fuck Colby Covington. Also.